Well, my hand was shaking, but this is about the 4th time I've tried to do this intro. So coming this morning with the brother-in-law back to my usual spot, and haven't been here for a few months. So coming not early this morning because it was actually belting down at home, windy airs, but the forecast for in here was light winds and basically no rain, which that's delivered. So coming this morning, we're walking the track, and Meg got a good ground scent, like real fresh, not far up the track either. And so we followed that for a bit, and she was just sort of going all over the show. The deer must have just been freaking walking around all over the place. So we kind of gave up on that, and Richard went off back onto the track, and he's walked along that, and he's going to cut over to the left, and I'm going to stay on the right. So we were basically right at the bottom of a ridge that runs with the track. So I just have come up that, kind of sidled off to the right hand side a bit. Really nice bush in here, and I've seen some deer in here before. And Meg was like, she was tracking a little bit on and off and kind of getting a bit of wind here and there. She was actually more getting a wind from down below us and then coming over the hill. So there's not much breeze in here, but obviously it's just a little bit unsteady and all over the place. Just carried on sidling along this face and heard a noise up in front. Thought might have spooked something, so I just sat down. Meg was just doing her normal pin looking straight ahead, so I thought maybe she just heard it take off and it's gone. But I think she could actually see it moving, because when I got down to her eye level, I saw a bit of movement. Looking through the scope, had to zoom in quite far, and saw a big set of velvety antlers, so had to wait a fair bit because there's a bit of vegetation in the way here. And it was just feeding away. I could see it just picking at some ferns. Wind was holding, luckily enough, because we're only about, I had to guess, maybe 40-ish meters from it. Yeah, and then managed to, I snuck around a tree, saw a bit of opening, saw it just come out into that, managed to just pick out the shoulder. I've got the subsonics in there. I was a little bit worried about having the subs in there on a big stag. Plugged it in the shoulder, it come running down towards me. So it was up here, and it's come down into here, walked up this face, and there it is, dead down there. It's not the first time the deer have run back towards me shooting them with those subsonics either. So now that Meg's calmed down a bit, because she was fair peeking before, I'm going to walk my way down there. It's definitely got 5 on one side, so I'm thinking it's a good 10, I'm hoping. Now unfortunately I think the GoPro went flat, but I managed to have time to zoom in on the gun cam, so I'm hoping, haven't checked it yet, but I'm hoping that picked up some alright footage of it. Well, I'm really pissed off about that. I don't think I've got it on the GoPro. When I looked at the GoPro afterwards, it was recording, but I think the battery went flat. And I've just had a look at the gun cam, and either something malfunctioned or I wasn't actually recording. I remember zooming in. I can't remember actually looking to see if the red light was going, so... Oh well. But we've got our first deer for 2023. And look at this thing. Still soft, but apparently mate was showing me, because he shot a few recently, and there's some sort of just spray on stuff, I think, that you can put on them. Apparently it works quite well, so I'll definitely try and protect this on my way out, and should be able to mount that one. Definitely my best bush stag I've ever shot, by far. I've only ever shot one more 11, but that was just out on paddock stuff. Doesn't really count. Yeah, stalking, this is definitely our best stag that me and Meg have got, for sure. Meg's pretty chuffed about it too. Be interesting to see what's happening there. There you go, so the base of the bullet made it through, it was just sitting in the skin. Just there. It's all the petals. And everything has come off that. It's made it through to there. So a shot on the opposite side. That's the only thing I've found so far. Seems to be no damage on this other side apart from that. There we go, straight through both lungs. Missed the heart. One little hole there. Oh, we're all cut up. I'm not gonna lie, that was a hell of a mission actually. It's a bloody big stag. I'm only a little guy too, so made me struggle a bit. I'm just gonna blow my ass with this. Those legs are freaking massive, man. Back stakes are pretty much taking that whole pack up. And the head and the rifle. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Not sure if I'm gonna sidle around this ridge the way I came in, or if I just punch up to the top of the ridge here, which isn't too far away, and drop down onto the track. But I'm pretty sure that there's a bit of a creek that cuts it off, and if you don't find the right spot to cross, it's really hard. So I've come this way, so I might just do that. Well, we're all packed up, ready to go. Just in my trail shoes too, because like my little toe, Christmas Eve, and it's still a bit swollen, a bit sore. Putting it in the hunting boots is just a no-go, but in these shoes it's not too bad. Alright, let's keep going.